Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs who lived in a meadow by the forest. They were happy for a long time and lacked nothing. Until one day the youngest pig came with bad news. He heard from a wise owl, who always kept track of everything, that a wolf was in the area. The period of carefree peace was over, and the piglets had to figure out how to deal with it. The best solution would be to build a house. However, the piglets disagreed on the shape of the house, so they finally agreed that each piglet would simply build his own, and they will be safe from the wolf in their houses. The first piglet started right away, but he tried to keep it as simple as possible. He built a straw house in no time and moved right in. The second piglet, a little further away, thought of a house made of wood. Putting the planks together won't be so difficult, and it will make a nice house, he thought. The next day, the house was ready. The piglet was thinking hard. The best and safest house would definitely be made of bricks. And so he set to work. He stacked brick by brick and slowly built a solid house. Soon, a wolf came into the meadow during one of his hungry rambles and spotted the pink piglet entering the straw house. So he crept up the house and asked the little pig to open up. But no, the little pig was not so silly. He knew who must be calling outside. The wolf kept trying for a while, but then he got angry, sucked air into his lungs and blew with all his might into the house. And he blew it up. The frightened little pig jumped out from behind the straw sheaves and rushed 6 to the other pig's house nearby. He barely made it. The wolf asked both piglets to open the door. He promised not to hurt them. But the little pigs knew very well that the wolf was after them and was just trying to trick them. So the wolf gave up the lure and blew into the house again with all his might. But the wooden house wouldn't move a single bit. It couldn't be blown away. So the wolf walked a little farther, ran, and slammed into the wooden house with all his weight. And the wooden house came crashing down. The 2 little pigs hurriedly dug themselves out from under the rubble and ran to the third little pig's house. It had just finished building its brick house with a fireplace and chimney a few moments before. The piggies had barely managed to get there. Just as they slammed the door, a wolf scratched at them. He tried a trick to lure the 3 piggies out, but even now, sweet talk didn't work. So he took a breath and blew at the top of his lungs. The house didn't move. He walked, ran, and jumped into the wall with all his might. But he only bumped his snout, and the house didn't move. The 2 pigs from the destroyed houses were shaking like a leaf in the third pig's house. But the third, youngest piglet reassured them that the wolf wouldn't get in. The house is solid and safe, but it wouldn't be a wolf if he didn't come up with some devious plan. He decided to climb up the walls to the roof and slip into the house through the chimney. As he scrambled up the chimney, the third little pig understood what the wolf was up to. It started a fire in the fireplace, and when the wolf tried to slip in through the chimney, it burned so badly that it lost all appetite for piglets. He growled in pain and ran away as fast as he could. He never showed his face again in the meadow where the pigs lived.